I'm Trey Redfield, women's soccer beat reporter at CitrusTV, joined by redshirt junior midfielder Stephanie deLaforcade. She's from East Lyme, Connecticut. Huge off the bench in 2020 and was named to the ACC Academic Honor Roll last year. Stephanie, thank you so much for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Always. So you haven't started any games this season, but you've been a part of some of the closest chances this year, especially with Louisville. You scored that goal, but it was unfortunately called off with an offside. And then you created a huge opportunity off of Lizzie Ann Prue's punt in the second half against Notre Dame back on last Sunday, I believe. What does it mean to create these opportunities coming off the bench?
Well, something that's really unique about being on the bench versus when you actually start is that you get to kind of see how the game is unfolding and see what's happening on the field. So being on the bench, I'm able to observe what's working for us, what's not working, what changes I can make when I go in the game. So coming off the bench, I really have a goal in mind and I'm ready to attack since I'm a forward.
Yeah,
and
a forward, excuse me. That's right. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it said midfielder on Qs.com, so I just had to make sure,
Yeah,
but,
forward, either or.
Midfield, forward, you know how it works. But so UNC tomorrow, number one team in the country, 21-time national champions, and then it doesn't stop from there. You got number 5 Duke on Sunday, which you have familiarity with. You scored an assist against the Blue Devils last year. So 2 big powerhouses coming into SU Soccer Stadium. What's the number one thing the Orange must do to stop them?
I think for us, it's all about our mindset. I mean, we could look at this and say, oh, we're afraid the number 1 team in the country is coming here. And then we got Duke, who's also in the top 10. Or we could think of it as an opportunity. This is our first home game of this year. I know it's different without fans, but it's still comforting to play in our own field. And so by looking at this as an opportunity to get a win, nothing's better than upsetting than a number 1 team in the country, So for us, it's really important to just keep positive and look at this as a really good opportunity for us, both games.
Nothing better than an upset, right? I mean, what's wrong with an underdog? What is wrong with an underdog? So you mentioned it. No fans at SU Soccer Stadium. It's going to be a different atmosphere. Lizzie Ann Prue, we had her on two weeks ago. She mentioned she stays locked in the entire time. She's not really worried about it whatsoever. What is your stance on not having fans this year?
I understand why we have no fans, and it really sucks. I really wish fans could be here because they bring such an atmosphere to the stadium and everything. But to me, I almost play different. I know that at home fans are watching and I have friends and family watching. I know everyone else on the team does too. So the fans are really with us. We just don't get to see them. So knowing that they're still there is really all right. But of course, we wish that we could have fans in the stadium, but what can you do?
Nothing much you can do during a global pandemic, right? I mean, but hey, that's all the time we have for this exclusive weekly interview. I'm Trey Redfield. She's Stephanie deLaforcade. Be sure to watch her get going against UNC tomorrow at 7:00. And not just on Thursday, but also on Sunday against Duke. Kickoff is set for 11 a.m. Be sure to stay locked to my Twitter at Trey_Redfield for all the latest in-game updates. Stephanie, thank you so much once again, and good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, Trey.